Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone had a great day today and a good weekend. It was kind of crazy weather, huh? I think everybody had some weather. I don't know that we had very much out at our place, but I know that especially the East Valley, they got some crazy weather. But we got just sprinkles, especially yesterday. We just got a few sprinkles, and I don't know if we're getting any today, but not really. But anyways, I hope everybody had a great time. I got sent on an errand, which was kind of nice. I got able to do an errand. I got to pick up something for Haley for her dance class. She needs one of those exercise bands. And so I was kind of glad that I was able to help do that over the weekend. And then today I got to deliver it to her. So I actually got to watch her do a little bit of her dance classes. So it's kind of nice. I'm kind of enjoying being able to help and assist and do all those kinds of things that I don't normally get to do and get to enjoy when I was working, because I would not be home in time to do all those kinds of things. So it was kind of fun for me to be able to do that. So I'm kind of enjoying those kinds of things. So I'm enjoying doing that. I'm getting to play in my studio a bit and enjoying doing that. So I was looking through the catalog and trying to decide what card I wanted to make, and I was kind of thumbing through what, as demonstrators, we get to look through a demonstrator site, and so I found the gnomes, and I had ordered it just shortly after we went to retreat because people were making gnome things, and I really hadn't thought that I liked the gnome idea, but people are starting to make some really super fun gnome things. So I got online, and so I found this really fun card that someone had put together, but it wasn't with the gnomes, but it was a fun fold card. So I thought, oh, I could make a fun fold with the gnome on the front of it. And so I kind of came up with, I put like a couple of cards together and designed this card using the fun fold idea, because I'm always looking for easy, fast fun fold cards, because I'm not able to do fun folds very often, and so I'm not proficient at them. So I thought this would be fun. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. Good evening. So I thought this would be fun. So I didn't prep the whole thing so that I could show you how to do the fun fold and how to put it all together. So I didn't prep it. The only thing I cut was the one piece, the base piece, because I need to show you how to cut all the rest of the pieces. So I thought that I would hopefully, I think we'll have enough time to do it all. But and then I used several other sets to get all the other pieces to it. So it's kind of interesting. But anyways, so we'll get started. So I used a couple of different, got this upside down. Oh, it's upside down for me. But anyways, so I used like 3 or 4 different sets to put this card together. But it should be a fun card. So let me show you the card we're going to make. So this is the card we're going to make. It's super cute. This little gnome. So we're doing very little stamping, but we're gonna kind of cut out some things, which makes this card. So it's really fun. So the set that it comes with. So okay. So it's a bundle, of course. So the bundle is you get the stamp set and you get the dies. So it's called Kindest Gnomes. And they have all these little gnome people. And then there's some stampings. Warm wishes, your kindness does not go unnoticed. You know me so well. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And then this die set, also, there's some really cute dies in here. And one of the die sets is you get to make the little gnome. So that's what I used. And then the best wishes comes from Sending Smiles. And then this little piece here is from our newer set, and it's the stylish shapes, which is just, that's so much fun. And then inside, oh, here's where the fun fold is. That's super cool, huh? And you wouldn't know that. So I put in here because it just looks so plain. And I was thinking, I didn't know how I wanted to dress this up. And we could put like another piece of, because when you cut up your designer paper series, you get all kinds of pieces, and we could put another piece down here, which would also dress it up, which just, it fits right in there, and I could just glue that on there. And I put sending you smiles for every moment of your special day, which I thought was super cute. Actually, that piece does look kind of cute. I could glue that on there. But I loved this fold, which was super cute and fun to make. So this inside stamp comes from the Very Best Occasions stamp set. So I used like a million stamp pieces, but anyways, this fun fold looks complicated, but is so easy, and that's why I really, really liked it, because it's super easy, but it was so much fun. So, and this card is super cute, and the paper is so much fun. So it's also from a different set. The Gnome set also comes with, you can get paper that matches with it. It's super cute. Oh, I didn't pull the gnome, but it's got gnomes all over it, and then it's got some backside. So the paper I used is from a whole different set. So the paper is from Rings of Love, which is also in our free stuff. So in our celebration, which ends the end of this month, by the way. So it is in here, and you, with $50 only, you get this Rings of Love paper. Unbelievable. I mean, and of course it's double-sided, but so it's just, it's really pretty. So anyways, but that's what this paper's from. So it all kind of goes together. So anyways, so let's, what I did was I cut the, all right, so I cut the base, but I wanted to show you. So it's out of our normal. So I'm going to switch you over so you can see, not me, but the piece better. Okay, so it's out of our normal size. So this is, when you have your whole piece of paper, it's 11 by 8.5. So you put it in your trimmer, and this is 11.5. So you flip it over, and you're going to cut it this way, and you're going to cut it at 4 1/4. And you're going to get 2 pieces out of it. So I got 2 cards out of this. Okay, so it's at 4 1/4, and you cut it at 4 1/4, and you get 2 of these. So this is 4 1/4 by 11.5. So there. Now we're going to take this, and we're going to cut some more off of it. We're first going to cut at the 1 1/2. I'm just going to check my notes here, because again, I've only done this once. So we're going to cut at the 1 1/2 first. We're going to cut 1 1/2 off. And we're going to save these because we're going to use these pieces as well. So we're going to do the 1 1/2, and then we're going to cut 2 1/2. And again, we're going to save these pieces because we're going to use them for our card. That's what's going to make our cards. We're going to cut 2 1/2 off. Now we have this piece left. And with this piece, we're going to score. So we're going to move all these up, and we're going to use our scoring one. And we're going to score at the 1 1/2. So we're going to score at our 1 1/2. And see, I usually always have this all done for you. So I'm going to score this. And we're all done with that. Now we need to cut our designer paper series pieces. So now this is directional, so we want to make sure that it's in our paper trimmer so that it's directional. Although when I put it on there, of course, you can't tell. So I guess I probably should have cut it this way, because then when it lays on there, but I cut it this way, so it doesn't, because for part of it, it cuts right. So I need 2 that are 1 1/4 by 4. So I want to make this at 1 1/4. And I make that go all the way down. So I want 1 1/4. And set that aside for just a minute. And then I want this at 4. And then another one at 4. If I would have turned it the other way, because it looks like it's upside down when it gets on there, but it'll be okay. So now we have the extra piece, and that extra piece can go on the bottom of the white piece, and I think I'll put that on there. Now I need one at, let me find my notes here, 2 1/4 by 4. So let's do 2 1/4. And I probably had some left over somewhere, but I just wanted to show you guys, by 4. Because you can get lots of cards made out of just one sheet, but okay. So now we are all done with cutting, so I can put this away and we can get to making our card. But I wanted to show you guys how to cut this. It's in my instructions, but I just wanted to show you so that it made more sense. So, because it took me a while to watch how to do this. So now we can, where we scored this, we can fold this, and then that will make our card. And then get out our folder and give this a really good crease so that it sits nice and flat. Which mine, I don't know why they don't sit as flat as everyone else's, but it still works. So that's part of our card. See? Now, I already cut our inside piece because I had a piece actually kind of laying around, so I kind of chewed it a little bit. But our inside white piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. That's pretty typical. So that's going to be our inside piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just, actually, I'm going to stamp it first just to make sure that I'm going to stamp it right. And on mine that I did, you want to make sure you can put this piece that we're going to attach, this piece here, you can put it to the side, you can put it in the middle, you can put it over to this side, you can put it wherever you want. But when you're going to put the sentiment, you want to make sure that you have the sentiment. It's not, you don't want it to show. So I'm going to kind of look at where I kind of stamped it, because I actually did stamp it later, but I want to stamp it first this time. I just want to make sure. And I guess I could stamp it last, but I actually wasn't thought later. So and I was glad that it actually did come out good and not horrible, because it was an afterthought. So I can glue that down. Now we're going to need to do some, I also normally, when I do the cards, I have everything all cut out, and I also have everything all I've already used everything all made, but this time I wanted to also show you how to use how to make the gnome. So I wanted to show you how to do that. So we're going to cut that out too. So we're going to cut this out too. So I'm going to put all these pieces together first. Where did my pieces go? Where are my... Oh, it's underneath there. Okay. So we're going to put... This piece goes on here. This piece is actually the right piece. I needed to turn my DSP around so that, because see, when I put that on there, it is upside down. So I should have turned it around so that it would go directional like this one, but you don't really notice it too much when you're looking on it. And if you want, you can always make this a different DSP if you want, but I wanted it to be all the same. So I'm going to put one of these on. This piece that I cut off. Got a little bit much glue on there, but it'll be all right. Let it sit for a minute so it'll marinate. And then this one goes on here. And I'll bring in the cutting and embossing machine in, and I'll show you how to make the gnome. So much fun. And you could have picked any color to make your cardstock because there's so many colors in this DSP. But I just thought this color this Poppy Parade was really cute. All right, so I'm going to set these aside. Bring in my embossing machine. Okay, so what I did was I put the little pieces. Here's for our banner. Here's for the beard. Here's for the legs. And here's for the nose. And the other piece won't fit on there, so I'll have to do it separately. But you can put quite a few pieces on here and run them all through the cutting and embossing machine at the same time. You don't have to do them all individually. So it's a little bit harder because this other piece moves. It's easier when I have a stabler piece, but my board moves. So and then run it back through. Okay. Take that off. Noise when you're running this, you want to have your bottom piece. So this is going to be your base. And then you're going to have your white piece. Mine look horrible because I use them so much. And then you're going to have your clear piece. And then you're going to put your paper, and then you're going to have your other clear piece. So now we're going to have our... So now we have our feet. We have our little banner. We have our little And then we have his little nose. I just did some kind of pink, and I didn't remember the pink color. And now we need to do his hat. That wouldn't fit on there. So, okay. Oops. Okay, now we're done with the embossing machine. Set this back over here on my way. My table got a little crazy. And now we can build him. And what I did was I stamped my sentiment, birthday wishes, on our little banner. Good. And I built him on this first before I attached anything. So I put dimensionals on everything. So I put this on first before I put together the, I did big dimensionals. All right. Wasn't sure if large dimensionals fit on this. Did 3. Okay. So then this kind of gave me an idea of where he was going to go. I put this kind of down toward the bottom, so I had enough room to put him on. And then the nose, I forgot to put the nose on. So this time I'm going to put the nose on first. And I just glued the nose on. So, or the mouth or the face or whatever it is. I just a teensy bit of glue. I mean, we really don't need. And you can't see on camera, but this all super cute. When you run it through the die machine, this all these have grooves. So when you see this, they all have, each piece all has some grooves to it. So it all has some really cute dimension to it. So, and then I put some dimensionals on it. I put dimensionals on everything. And even his little pants have like, there's little like X's on there. It's super cute. Okay. So I think I built him from the bottom up, which that would kind of make sense. Yeah, I must have used little ones on his pants because you can see the He's already starting to be super cute. And his little hat goes on him. It's just super adorable. Oh my gosh. Isn't that just super cute? Okay, so now we're ready to put this all together. So here is the fun part. All right, so you line this up with this bottom piece. And you only put glue at the top and the bottom. And you just need just a little bit. So I just put a line at the top and the bottom. Okay. And then I closed this, and then I made sure again that this was all aligned. And I took this, and now that I've stamped that, I'm going to make sure that this is over the stamp. So it's not going to be all the way over here. So this time it's going to be almost in the middle, which that's kind of neat too. So just making sure that everything's aligned and where I want this. And that's closed, and that's aligned, and that's aligned, and just make sure that's on there. Whoops, moved just a tad. Moved on me. That's what the glue does. It does move, so you just got to be careful. But that's what's going to give us our... And that is more in the middle. I didn't realize I stamped it over that far, but that's okay. That's going to be just a little bit different. I like that too. And voila. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. And you know what? I am going to put this piece, I am going to put this piece down here just to open. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to glue this on and make this just a little bit different. This is super cute. It's going to be cute at the bottom of this inside. I got glue on my finger, so now it's sticking to me. Hi, Sarah. So there is our fun fold card with our gnomes. I got glue on there too. So there is our fun fold card with our gnome. Birthday wishes, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. Sorry, I went over just a little bit, but then there we go. I just thought this fun fold was so neat. And then I thought the gnome made so much sense. So I thought that was super cute how to do that. And what I was also excited with was it was an easy fun fold, but it was so much fun to do that with. And this paper just made it even better. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, but I wanted to show you how to do it rather than just tell you. So I saved everything for us to go through, and that's why it took me just a little bit more time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and then I will see you guys next Monday. Hope you guys have a lovely week. If you need anything, please reach out to me. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Monday. Have a great evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.